Welcome to our first match of Week 6. On player side, we have the Gogoat Flower Rangers versus the opponents which is the Ormaxers. Last week, the Ormaxers were able to take their second victory against the Intimidation Tactics. This Cradle you see right here, it was sent out on turn 1 and never got KO'd. Its water absorbability and just its typing was actually really awkward for the Intimidation Tactics. There was no steel type move in the Mega Mile, so the Cradle just stayed alive forever. And for the Gogoat Flower Rangers, they lost last week to the Slaktuas. It looked like they were in a really good spot, and the Dragonite was able to survive 8 hits before going down, making it so that the Metagross was able to stay alive long enough to clean up the rest of the field. Something I learned after the match was that the Tapu Koko was Choice Scarf, which is why you saw Grass Knot against a field of a Steel type and a Dragon Flying type. So the play is definitely, that play itself is more excusable, but I really feel like they should have won that. Both these trainers are 2 and 3, so this is a pretty big battle for them. Win here, and they're in decent position to be in top 6 for playoffs. Lose, and you're starting to run out of time. You probably can't lose another match for the rest of the season. Let's see, what mons am I interested in seeing? I think wow, I feel like none of these mons are like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a mon that's gonna like take over a game. None of these mons scream to me like, oh yeah, they can get like 4 kills. Like, every mon has pretty big counters to each other. So what do I want to see for leads? Because I don't see any mons that are too awesome here. I feel like Thunderous is a generally like lead that I see a decent amount of the time. Just something that can do well with the Thunderous, maybe Tapu Koko, so you could like full switch out of there. I really don't know. This seems like a very neutral matchup type wise for everyone. Like, everything has its strengths and weaknesses, so let's just start. Alright, well, I was talking about the Thunderous and seeing the potential Tapu Koko. The electric terrain definitely can bite. I do like the Hydreigon with it. Expecting Thunderous. This lets you get electric terrain out while minimizing the Thunderous's ability to also get the electric terrain, get good electric terrain value, because these are both resist mons. So this is I don't like the spot this Thunderous is in, but I'm not really sure what you could do about it. Like, I think you just gotta, the only mon that does okay would be like, Naganadel isn't bad, you just gotta hope, but then you're risk getting Dragon with a Hydreigon. I think I just stay in here. Just start being annoying. Start thunder waving stuff. Just start trying to find something productive. I don't know if Thunderous is like attacks that well, so I don't know if you can really threat it. In this Cradle, I don't know. I just double attack here. Hydreigon? I would start just bullying the Thunderous. I don't think your team's particularly scared of Cradle. It doesn't have the offensive pressure on its own to be a threat. You need to get some Storm Drain value for it to start be like something I'm worried about. So I like just trying to double the Thunderous. And yeah, the protect, you did get the protect on the Thunderous for the Dazzling Gleam, and yeah, Earth Power didn't. So we see Earth Power, which makes me question this. Raises questions from this Hydreigon moveset. Does Dark Pulse and Dragon Pulse both would have done more? It could be like, oh, it may not be Draco Meter, he doesn't want to decrease his special attack stat, but I could be pretty confident saying that this does not have Dark Stab. I feel pretty good in saying that. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. Tapu Koko is not that bulky of a mon, and yes, I know the Earth Power is not stab, but 31% is kind of pathetic. which is kind of why I didn't even care about targeting this Cradle, because like it just does not have the offensive firepower. So in the next turn, we Thunderous just protected, so you could double the Thunderous slot pretty safely. I don't mind Dazzling Gleam. I don't mind Dazzling Gleam Draco Meteor. I think that would put you in position to KO basically anything that stays or switches in. The only thing that would be take that okay is like Lucario. And I'm pretty sure Tapu Koko is faster than Lucario, and Lucario is just frail to begin with, so it won't even take that very well. Cradily, probably just start whittling things down a bit more. Honestly. Maybe Entei's not a bad switch, and Entei's pretty bulky. I wouldn't mind that. Wow, that Thunder... Alright, so... I keep forgetting that... taking a moveset that I was not ready for. Like, I don't remember Thunderous's moveset. It does get Sludge Bomb. I keep forgetting that. Tapu Koko barely being able to hold on. Man, that Thunderbolt hit hard, man. Yeah, this Koko doesn't have many, I mean, switches to it. The Naganadel is okay, and the other one's Cradily for electric type moves. But you already have the Cradily up, so you can just kind of cover it for Naganadel. So this type of Koko is like pretty annoying. The crit on the Earth Power, that was that costed like a decent. Only 9%, not that big of a crit. You also got the recover off, so this Cradily, again, is not really being threatening, but it's being annoying. And now that the Tapu Koko is low enough, it doesn't really matter what the Cradily can do, as long as it clicks any attack and KO the Koko. I think this may be a good time to... What does this Dazzling Gleam do? This would be a good time to protect with Thunderous again and try to attack the Tapu Koko Cradily. Let's see. I think this is like Thunderbolt, like Thunderous, is like so easy here. I don't know if Dazzling would do 40, but if it does, the Dazzling, but I don't think it would. It feels like the Protect is so obvious, though. Maybe get something like... I don't know. I mean, not really good switch-ins. Like, Haxorous is okay, so maybe you just have to keep Koko in. I wouldn't mind protecting Koko as well. Okay, we're Volt switching... Okay, This was actually a beautiful play. I was talking about earlier about how obvious the Protect looked. So this is a very good play to cover the Protect. You just double-edged the Cradily here. This was... You got the Blaziken safely. Only taking 14%. You get you're to get the speed boost. You're able to outrun everything now. And you have the Tapu Koko safe for later. And it's faster than everything, so it will definitely get value out. You do have to worry about Prankster, the Thunderous now. Oh, you don't get speed. Okay, you don't get the speed boost. I'll refer to it as a liar. It needs to stay out for a full turn. But the Thunderous is just protected, so I want to just double the Thunderous. Anything that tries to switch in or anything that tries to do anything, I would like to or taking care of that. I also wouldn't mind like switching back out. No, you can't switch back out the Tapu Koko because then you just die to anything. But like that would make you just having two bods. I mean, the Thunder Wave would be nice. I think if you have a way to do 40%, I'm able to KO Thunderous with your Dragon. I think it would be a good time to protect Blaziken and just attack the Thunderous with your Hydreigon. Just so you don't get Thunder Waved. We've always seen Earth Power. So I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure what other moves it has. Like, I don't mind like throwing a Draco Meteor at this thing just to prevent the Blaziken getting Thunder Wave. Yep. This Thunder, despite the Thunderous being wide open to attack, the Thunderous is just not getting attacked here. I'm starting to think that this Thunderous does not have Prankster, or at least not have a... Well, it's not gonna... It obviously still has Prankster, because I've seen no physical moves. But not have Thunder Wave. Or this is a call out for the Thunder Wave. And if this is a pretty good call out, because you get the Thunderous back out safely. I'm also pretty sure in saying, what is this Hydreigon move? I've only seen Earth Power. Like, there's no way this is Specs, right? Like, is Specs, like, I don't know. Is it Scarf? I have no idea. But instead your Thunderous back out safely, and now you can set up your Mon that would probably... Lucario was terrible because of Blaziken. Probably your best bet is, like, maybe Entei. Entei, or maybe Naganadell's not too bad, but Naganadell's pretty fail, so I think I prefer Entei here. I think it's just generally more bulky, and I mean, the Naganadell could just... Actually, you can do Naganadell, and you can have the Naganadell be there to threaten the Hydreigon. And you can have the, and then you can have the Jellicent and to threaten the Blaziken. So I actually like Naganadell here. Okay, we're gonna bring out Cradle, which it's like too low to do much right now. Is like my main concern. When is it gonna be in a good spot to do anything? I'm not sure. This could be just trying to sack it for later, but like, no, the sack doesn't even really. No, then you'd just be attacking turn. But yeah, the Blaziken's in pretty decent danger. There's a potential Scald or Surf. Oh, you're trying to get the Surf stuff off. Yeah, okay. So this is trying to do the Storm Dream stuff, because if you protect Cradle and use Surf, Storm Dream does trigger if I recall correctly. Yeah, but I don't know if Surf would be enough to KO Blaziken. Mega Blaziken is still pretty frail, but Jellicent is not that hard hitting, and it's and what's it called? And it's not in its spread move. I don't know what's up with this Hydreigon. I don't if it's only clicking Earth Power, I don't want it on the field right now. Try to get something a bit more threatening out there. Maybe the Haxorous. I don't know. When are we gonna see a different move from this Mon? Okay, this looks like a Coco Sack if I've ever seen one. Ooh, Jellicent gets Trick Room. I gotta be honest, didn't know that. All right, so what I thought was going to be a Protect Surf actually was a Protect Trick Room, and now this I don't know if this Tapu Koko was trying. I highly doubt this Tapu Koko was trying to get sacked. I honestly just am not really entirely sure about this Koko switching in general, because if it's Trick Room, then this Tapu Koko is in a terrible spot. If it's Surf, then the Tapu Koko dies. Like, I don't think this was a good spot to bring in the Tapu Koko. And now this Cradle, which was been very low before, can now recover first and just get its health back. And like the Surf can KO the Tapu Koko, and the Hydreigon has not been proven to be able to do much damage to the Cradle, and it looks, again, it's only been clicking Earth Power. I guess it's is it choice? I don't know. I don't know these choice, but if it's either choice or it doesn't have Dark Pulse. So yeah, this is a good like Surf recovery here. What do you do against that? That's a maybe Suicune. Haxorous isn't bad. It'll eat the Surf very well, and it can still do. Haxorous is such a high attack stat that it can still threaten these fairly bulky mons. The Suicune can eat the Surf very well too. It just can't really put on the same offensive pressure onto either of these mons. And again, this Hydreigon, man. I don't know what's the point. Okay. Yep, we have the Storm Dream Gambit. Yeah. So we do send out the Suicune. It takes basically nothing. But now you have to deal with a +1 Cradily with super effective Giga Drain. It's not gonna one-shot or anything. Cradily doesn't hit that hard. Giga Drain's not that strong, and Suicune's super bulky, but it does recover a lot of health, and it does try into like 2-hit KO. And now this is a pretty rough. This is pretty rough right here. You're gonna probably have to protect stall this Trick Room for 2 of the turns. That like protect, double protect, just eat it for a turn and then double protect. But even without that, these except maybe this Hydreigon can threaten the Jellicent, and I'm just wrong this entire time. This looks like pretty hard to take down this Jellicent. Blaziken does get Night Slash, but we have seen special Blaziken very often. I've not seen Night Slash once. Staraptor usually hits pretty hard. I'll give it that, and so does Haxorous, but it's almost at full, and it's nothing for super effective damage. Your biggest threat in killing the Jellicent Tapu Koko was just basically sacked. Alright, so these are the 2 months I can eat the Surf the best, so this is like pretty standard. I do think with the I don't know if it was possible to do this. I can't tell you. Or like what the sacrifice would have to be made. From a team building standpoint, if getting like Trick Room was like a big goal for you for this exact combo with Jellicent and Cradily, if you could have found a way to make the Jellicent slower than Cradily, that would be pretty nice. Because then the Surf could happen, you get the special attack, and then you get to attack. So you're with how it's set up right now, you're missing a boost every time, a damage worth of boost. A boost worth of damage, I mean, with every turn of this. But yeah, with the we know the entire moveset. The Haxorous is in a pretty safe spot. Let's see, this Suicune is like, I can't imagine it just staying on the field and like not doing something defensive, like not switching, like either a switch or a protect. So I think now is a good time to do something like, I think it's start time to bullying this Haxorous. I don't think it's I think the Suicune's going to protect, and I don't think the Haxorous will. They might both protect, but then you can just do whatever you want next turn. It doesn't matter. But yeah, and what do you really even do here? I think the Suicune, you could switch back into Hydreigon, I guess. That's not that terrible. It is. I think that's actually pretty alright. The Cradily does get pretty walled by the Hydreigon, which makes you. I think maybe Hydreigon does a better switch in than Haxorous, but maybe it's just switching to Hydreigon now. But either way, I think I'm doubling this Haxorous. Yeah, because this is what pretty much I expected. I felt the Protect was pretty telegraphed here. This Earthquake, I don't think will do that much. Yeah, 20 and 28. Definitely not the damage. Definitely not enough to be super excited about. We have not seen the item on either the Cradily or the Jellicent, and I would imagine there's some type of berries, just like maybe a guava berry. So that's another reason why I think this Haxorous is kind of scary, is that it's an unnerve ability. Is that these berries are doing absolutely nothing. But now that the Suicune is protected, you can just do like a double attack of the sorts. The thing is that, again, this Hydreigon is in such a good spot defensively against both the Jellicent and the Cradily. Earth Power is resistant. Earth Power does nothing to Hydreigon. Surf is resisted. Giga Drain's resisted. So, and I think it's so obvious here. It's just like, again, I don't know these other 2 moves from Jellicent, but is there a way for you to be able to punish that? Maybe I know the Suicune just protected, but I want to double the Haxorous right now. I think the Hydreigon switching is so safe into the Suicune spot and so obvious, and like there's a reason why not to do it, that I'd rather just, I know those Giga Drains resisted, but it's a +2 special attack. You get some health back. Like I wouldn't mind it. I think your Cradle is healthy enough where if you do get drained, you don't have to recover next turn. I think you can, on this turn, I think you can do it next turn. But let's see what I want to see what this gels and other moves are potentially. Yep, there's the Hydra again. Oh, this also has recover. And we are dragon dancing and right when there's going to be one turn of Trick Room left. Okay. So I have to imagine this is sort of the Protect Gambit right now, where the Hydreigon, the Haxorous protects. The Hydreigon probably has Protect, or again, maybe it's a choice item. I may be a choice item because I've only seen Earth Power. But if you're protecting a Protect, your best option would be something like, you don't have anything faster than +1 Haxorous. That can't be at 322. Absolutely not. Your best course of action would be something like Surf and Recover. This makes it so that both your mons are at pretty much full health. And you also get another special attack boost. Again, it is... I would... Maybe the... the Aura Maxers are more aware of what this Hydreigon item is than I am. I don't know the calcs for these mons. So maybe he thinks it's some sort of choice item. Let me go back on turn 1. Did the Hydreigon move before? Well, we saw Protect Earth Power, so that doesn't really help. No, this Hydreigon, this Hydreigon's non-choice scarf. It can't be. Yeah, we're gonna see Protect. Okay, so this Hydreigon must be choice specs, and that has to be the only explanation here. And this is what I was talking about earlier. If you're the Hydreigon, you gotta know the calcs here, because this is some information that you could have just had, which you just did not take advantage of. You knew the Hydreigon was wide open. You could have known that for a fact. You know there's one turn of Trick Room left, so a Protect, and Mon has just set up Dragon Dance. He made himself even worse than Trick Room. So this Mon has to be protecting. It's the only logical thing. So I think you had to just go for the punish here. I don't think now this Cradle is not healthy enough to survive a double up. Probably I don't think it's healthy enough to survive a double up. But if you recovered here and you're at 100 instead of 65, the Cradle is fine. And then, or you know, if you're gonna Giga Drain, at least do it on the Mon with the choice item. And if you Giga Drain that, you get half your health back, and you're probably not at 100, but you're at like 80 at least, 90. Like, you put yourself, this Cradle is in a position to die now instead of just trying to run away with the game. And I don't see what you can really do about it. Earthquake is it's called a spread move, so that can be clicked with the Hydreigon with no problem. The Hydreigon just Dark Pulse something. And I'm expecting a double KO here. Can it survive a +1 Earth? This Cradle can survive a +1 Earthquake, I'm pretty sure. Very easily. Get the Earth Power. And it does survive the Earthquake. But this Jellicent protecting is, I don't know if that's even... The thing is that, like, the Jellicent's not going to be doing anything next turn no matter what anyways. It's just the combination of Earthquake plus Dark Pulse will just KO both these mons. And it's like pretty obvious. So, and there's no reason why not to do that. So are you just like setting them up for both to die next turn, just 2 clean switches? That could be the case because there's not much you could really like do switching wise to like be okay against both these attacks. But this is going back to what I said when the Haxorous first came out, where I said I think it's best to ignore the Suicune because I thought I thought the first turn the protect was obvious. The second turn the Hydreigon switch was even more obvious. And now that you haven't done the chip to this Haxorous is still in the field. And this Haxorous looks like it's in a really good shape to start getting like 3 KOs here. Like why are we protecting with Cradily here? Like, this is like, you're just, unless, I mean, I don't know how you KO Haxorous for the rest of the game. I mean, you do have a, maybe Thundurus can do it. The Thundurus is faster than the Hydreigon here, so maybe the Thundurus can do it. But like, I think this Cradle is just gonna get KO'd next turn, and maybe you're just trying to lose as few mons as possible while just trying to chip down this Haxorous somehow, and just having, you're like, I only need one mon auto that can actually do something on the field at a time to KO the Haxorous. But I don't know if that's the case. I think the Haxorous is a bit too healthy here, and we've seen the Thundurus' move pool. It's either it's a resisted stab, or a neutral attack that's not even stab. So I'm not sure that this Thundurus can do the job. And again, this is just I wouldn't even mind just like, I wouldn't even mind protect, if you're like not sure, I wouldn't mind. I think it's you can just like, I wouldn't even mind just protecting Haxorous and like Dark Pulsing. I guess it does really leave yourself a bit open to like recover from Cradily. That is definitely true. So maybe it's just, I think it's just best to just Earthquake Dark Pulse and it's like, hey, deal with it. I don't think he can't. Yep, Dark Pulse KO'd. Earthquake's definitely gonna KO. And I don't know. This thanks to the berry, I don't think a Mega Lucario priority move will be enough to KO Haxorous. If the Entei and Lucario both have priority moves, like, or it's like Extreme Speed Bullet Punch, then you can KO the Haxorous. But even if you do, you maybe just be a bit too far behind at this point. But yeah, this is just another, hey, I'm gonna click Earthquake, click Dark Pulse. See what you can do about it. I don't think there much can be done about it. The rest of these mons are weak to ground, with Haxorous' giant attack stat. Okay, this is actually a really good switch in. This helps beat the double priority moves. This is a really good play. I'm a big fan of this. Another mon that's also immune to the Earthquake. And I think it would have lived anyways. It would have been pretty close, but this definitely ensures that this game will be pretty jober. Yeah, if you added the Dark Pulse, it would have been able to KO the Entei, but you got to feel good about your chances at a 5v2 when one of the mons is at 30% and at -1 attack. So this is just is there any way you can like lose this game is basically like what I'm trying to figure out here. Like, if you just double attack, can you possibly lose? The extreme speed would not KO. It would just 50% more of. It would have to be doing 30 with the helping hand for the extreme speed to KO the Haxorous. So you're pretty safe. So this is just Earthquake Brave Bird. If you feel like you're not confident about the if you feel like you're gonna get crit or something with the Entei Extreme Speed, you can Brave Bird the Entei and just double make sure, because Naganadel is so frail that a +1 Earthquake will be sure KO it. Yep, it did 17. You're about what I expected. Oh, final Gambit. Oh, gee. Goodbye, Staraptor. Right, Staraptor sacrificing itself to the cause. And yeah, that is congrats to the Gogoat Flower Rangers. I think this was a there's 4 Mons left here on the other side, but I feel like if there was just one more turn that got correctly, I felt like the Oramaxers could have won it. Mainly just how the Haxorous was dealt with. I think there was 2 to 3, maybe 2 3 pivotal turns. I can defend the first time where the Suicune got doubled before it protected. I guess gives that a bit more, but with the Hydreigon switch in, like that was like the freest. That was super free, and like you did like 0% of the Hydreigon. And on the final return to Trick Room, you could have put your Cradily in the spot where it was at full health instead of 65, or and at least given it like, did you how was this? No, you did get the Surf off. Just I felt like there was just a bit more value to be squeezed in, and it was just too scared to make a hard play. So that's gonna do it for me. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.